welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today for another pick a card video. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today, as a very exciting part of my 14 Days of Love videos series, we are on day 3, and we are going to be doing a really fun pick a card all about your ultimate soulmate. So you guys, this is intended to just be like for fun. And really what we're going to be digging into today is who is a huge soulmate of significance that you have yet to encounter in your life, okay? So we're going to find out a little bit about this person and who they are, how this connection may evolve. We're going to find out the strengths of this connection, the lessons in this connection, any challenges that you may face connecting with this person. And it's just meant to be a really fun, in-depth, exploratory reading. One thing I will say, you guys, is that when we're talking about soulmates, just because we're digging into a soulmate reading today, please do not take this as like your destiny, or take this as like this is the person that you're ultimately going to be with for the rest of your life, because no one really knows that, right? This is really just to kind of give you guys a snapshot of the type of person that you're drawing in, who they are, and what kind of lessons you may learn from them. So for some of you guys, you might see this, and this could be that you're on the verge of attracting like your future spouse. For others of you guys, this could be that maybe the next soulmate that you're attracting in is someone that's going to really challenge you and help you to be a better version of yourself. So just be open to hearing, any types of scenarios that may come through, because there's always a lesson in any connection. And that's really what a soulmate is, you guys. A soulmate is really someone that comes into our life that we just really align with, we vibe with, and they're in our life for a reason. They're in our life to teach us a really important lesson, not only about relationships, but about ourselves. Okay? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our card selections. So we have here from the left, this is going to be group number 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Take a deep breath. Think about your soulmate. Think about what you are attracting into your life. And when you guys are ready, go ahead and select the card or crystal that you are feeling the most intuitively guided to. Timestamps are linked below so that you can fast forward to your reading. Okay, group number 1. So if you guys chose the green fuchsite, we are going to go ahead and see who this person is and find out about this connection. So first cards that we're going to dig into, guys, are going to represent you, your person, and the relationship itself. So for you guys, we have the 3 of Cups. The relationship, we have the Lovers. And your person, we have the 2 of Swords. Awesome. So, right off the bat, this is just verifying that this is going to be a really true, like intense soulmate connection with this person, because the relationship between the both of you is represented here by the Lovers card. So for a lot of you guys, when you connect with this person, you're really going to feel that soulmate energy with them. This is going to be the type of connection that I feel just really clicks and just falls into place very naturally. So from a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual level, this is the type of person that you're just going to find yourself really in alignment with, really vibing on the same vibration with, which is so beautiful. You guys are over here represented by the 3 of Cups. So part of me kind of feels like when this person enters your life, you guys are going to be in this place where you're really just kind of enjoying your life. Like you're hanging out with your friends, you're going out having fun, you're surrounded by a lot of people who are very supportive of you. And I feel like you guys are just in a very carefree, really happy, energetic space. It could even be too that this person is a friend. And that's how the 2 of you kind of meet one another, if that makes sense. Because what's interesting here is your person is represented by the 2 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords is kind of telling me that maybe your person is almost like not wanting to see this connection. And I feel like sometimes that can happen, especially when we're talking about like being really good friends with someone and then taking it to the next level into that kind of soulmate space. You know, a lot of times there's this fear of like not wanting to ruin the friendship or spoil the connection that you have because we really value this person as a friend. And so with your person being this Two of Swords, I can kind of see that energy in them. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, like they feel these feelings, but they are almost nervous to really see it and recognize it and acknowledge it. For them, it's almost like you're the elephant in the room or the connection is the elephant in the room. It's like they know the feelings are there, but they're not ready to acknowledge it. So let's kind of see, next we're going to look into how this connection is going to evolve over time, okay? So we start off over here with the Hermit. Then we have the Chariot. We have the Empress and the 10 of Cups. This is so freaking awesome for you, pile one. So I definitely kind of see that before this really takes off, and I do feel like it is going to take off in a major way, there is going to be a period of kind of like introspection or isolation or being single first. So I do feel like both you and your person, like before this connection is really able to go where it's destined to go, there's going to have to be a lot of inner work that's done on both of your parts, because the Lovers, to me, like when I'm seeing it here, this really speaks of a very high vibrational connection. So this is not going to be a connection where it's like a lot of craziness going on and drama. Like this is supposed to be a connection that brings a lot of joy into your life, something that's much more ascended than maybe you guys have been used to in the past. So the Hermit is just telling me that this at first is going to take a lot of time for both of you to just be single and get right within the self and be good being by yourself before it goes in the direction it's intended to go. I also kind of see this as contemplation. So remember, we're talking about how your person's in this Two of Swords, like not seeing it or not ready to see it yet kind of vibes. So it could just be that there's a period of time here at the beginning where the connection just, you guys just take a little bit of time to really think about where it's going very thoughtfully, you know, spending that time, not rushing it before it just blasts off. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. So with the Chariot energy, this is telling me that once it's ignited, it's going fast. You know, the Chariot is about very fast movement forward. It is about really keeping your eye on the prize. So I definitely see that a lot of quick change in this connection once you guys are both in alignment with one another. I do also see, this is a very movement-oriented card, so this could even have to do with you guys meeting this person while traveling, or it could have to do with the connection, you and this person like moving somewhere together or traveling somewhere together, something along those lines. But it is going to feel very intense, very focused, almost like there's nothing else that you can see but one another, which is beautiful. And you guys may be a little bit opposite too, because what I'm noticing here is that we have two different color horses. And so with that, I think that there could be a little bit of something to that there, where like, maybe this is why we're in this contemplative mode before we blast off, quote unquote, because there's something here that needs to be sorted out in terms of differences for some of you guys. But once you're in alignment, it is going to move really fast. Empress energy here with the 10 of Cups. This is definitely making me feel like this connection is 100% headed towards like children, family, like the happy, beautiful ending, like the quintessential like rom-com ending that we all want. And when I say rom-com, I mean like romantic comedy. So I definitely could see for a lot of you guys that you may end up having children with this person, building a family with this person. And if that's not necessarily something that you guys are wanting, this can even just talk about you guys just having the ultimate paradise that you want just with your person. Whatever family means to you, this person is going to be a family, like a family member to you, like for life. So next we're going to take a look at some characteristics of your person, so we can kind of figure out a little bit about their personality. So with the 6 of Swords here, I can see that your person, first of all, there's a lot of swords with your person. So your person's, we've got 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Page of Swords. So I'm definitely getting the vibe that this person could be an air sign, because we do have a lot of that mental energy here with the swords. So it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And also this card here, the Lovers, is the Gemini card. So just take that for what it is. Might be the case for some, not all. But this person is very smart. I feel like this is a person who is very curious. They're always wanting to learn new things. They may always have their nose in a book. I do feel like there's somebody who is always kind of coming up with these really creative, like wonky ideas or just really innovative ideas, just really being drawn to these light bulbs here. And they're just curious. They want to find information. They're searching for answers in any aspects of interest to them. They also may come across a little bit like skeptical at times, like healthy skepticism or even cynicism at times, right? Because it's like they don't always just believe the first thing that they hear. They're really looking for the deeper answer, which is awesome. And then with that Six of Swords, this person is going to be very future oriented because Six of Swords really talks about focusing on moving forward. Like, so no matter what stuff you guys might go through or whatever issues they're going through in their life, whatever storms you're weathering together, this person is going to be almost like a calming force that's going to be able to just keep themselves and keep you like solutions oriented and focused on moving toward the future, which is beautiful energy. Ooh, so we also have the Angel. And then we have the Midas and the Miser. That's interesting. So with the Angel energy, I can also see that your person is somebody who is literally like selfless. They want to make sure that those around them are taken care of. And they literally have no expectation of reciprocation. They literally just do it out of the kindness of their heart. They have a very pure energy. They could be very spiritual as well, is something else that I'm picking up on. Kind of makes sense here with that Six of Swords too, you guys, because this is a very like, I see a person, like a characteristic of a person that would be like Six of Swords would be just someone who's very good at helping others sort of weather the storms of life too. So your person could even be in a field, a job field where they're like helping people, or maybe they do a lot of like giving back to the community or something like that. But giving back and helping others is kind of something that is a huge part of their personality. Then with this card here, Midas and Miser, this talks about entrepreneurial or creative abilities. So your person is likely someone who's really, really good with money. And remember we talked about how they have a lot of like innovative ideas. So your person could be someone that likes to take their ideas and turn them into businesses. They're really good, like I said, with building wealth. They may also have a tendency to fall into like being a bit frugal with their money for some of them. So just kind of be mindful of that. Just because this person might be good with money or make a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to want to spend their money all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting your person's just very smart and wise. You know what I mean? Again, we have a lot of air energy here with your person. So I feel like they are going to really be very thoughtful about things. And think through any decisions that they're making, especially when it comes to their coin. Okay. So next we're going to look at the strength, the biggest strength of this connection. So for this, we have express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. So one of the things that is going to feel really strong and really in alignment with this connection is your guys' ability to show your love through the art of gift giving. So maybe somebody's love language here is gifts. And so you guys are just really good. Maybe both of your love languages would be gift giving. So one thing that's going to be really great about this connection is that you guys know how to show that appreciation through giving even just like the smallest little token. So even if it's just like, oh, like my person's favorite candy is this, I just saw it at the grocery store, here, I got it for you. Like even just the littlest stuff like that, I feel you guys are going to be really good at connecting with one another through the gift giving. So next we have any challenges in this connection. So here we have demonstrate love. This says find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Interesting. So while I see that this is a strength, is like the gift giving, I do feel that other efforts of being able to actually show love through action could be a little bit of an opportunity here for this connection. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. No connection is going to be perfect, right? So we're always going to have strengths in a relationship and weak points in a relationship. That's totally natural. So it could be that you and your person have challenges in really almost connecting on like that deeper, more heartfelt level to really find out what it is that tugs at your person's heartstrings or at your heartstrings to make them feel loved and appreciated. You guys do have a lot of air energy here. You guys have the cups and we have the cup ending here as well. But just looking at your person, they're very like brainiac energy is kind of what I'm getting here. Like they're very, so the swords are all about mental energy and thinking and communicating. And so here, I think maybe the challenge will be like, how do I get to the surface level? How do I go a little bit deeper to really find out how to show what my person needs me to show so that they feel as loved as they can, okay? So lastly, we have the biggest lesson to learn with this person, and we have rest and relaxation is essential. It says we all have a fundamental need to take a break. So again, you guys actually had a lot of movement energy here, especially with that Chariot, and we had the 6 of Swords. Even this 10 of Cups, it was like a very vacation-oriented card, like you're at the beach somewhere. So I think that something really major that you guys will learn in this connection is that it's okay to rest. It's okay to relax. We don't always have to be like on the go. We don't always have to be on the move. And I also think that you'll learn here how to maybe rest and take breaks outside of the connection as well. You know, like not every connection needs to be so like, you know, together all the time. That's not always something that works for everybody. Like, you know, there's some relationships where they really like being together, glued together all the time, where other times you're in connections where people like their space. So I could definitely see how perhaps you and this person will learn that you both like to have your space and you both like to have your own things that you do outside of the connection. And so really the big lesson here is just getting to a place where you guys both feel very secure in that. And you know, like, okay, my person needs their space. I need my space. We have our own things, but we still come together and we love each other anyway, right? Just because we're taking space doesn't mean the world is ending. You know what I'm saying? And this makes a lot of sense too if your person is an air sign or if you're an air sign, because air signs like their space. I know because I am one. All right, so one more message I'm going to leave you guys with, pile 1, for your ultimate soulmate reading. So we have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. This is beautiful energy. And so I think this is just really about you and this person kind of marching to the beat of your own relationship drum. You know what I mean? There's no need to necessarily conform to the societal standards of what a relationship should look like. I definitely see that here with rest and relaxation and this idea that you guys may take breaks, or not take breaks from like break up and get back together, but just take your space and have your own independent interests. You know, I could definitely see you guys formulating and fostering something that feels really just unique to you and to your connection, versus trying to conform to what society says a relationship is supposed to be. And so I think you guys are going to learn with this person that, you know, no matter what happens in this connection, what decisions you guys make together as a team, it's all a lesson in the end. And so it's a very like high vibe, very elevated way of looking at love and looking at the relationship. And I feel that you both are going to be very generous with one another and making sure that, you know, nothing is a mistake. Again, it's all for the betterment of the relationship. So this looks really awesome, pile 1. I'm really excited for you guys. Definitely leave me some comments down below and let me know how this reading resonates with you. If you might have any clues about who this person could be, definitely let me know. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey there, pile number 2. So if you guys chose the pink Himalayan salt, we're gonna go ahead and see about your ultimate soulmate. So the first 3 cards we're going to be looking at is going to represent you, your person, and the connection. So let's go ahead and see. So for you guys, we have the 2 of Cups. Your connection is the Lovers. And for your person, we have the Empress. If you guys are curious, this is the deck. This is called the Housewives Tarot, I think. Sorry, I didn't really say that in the intro. I used different decks because I was using so many cards for each pile. So, all right, you guys, what does this mean? So first and foremost, we do have the Lovers card here at the heart of the spread. So I love that the Lovers is what's really representing this relationship, because what this tells me is that this is going to be like a very high vibe connection. This is definitely a soulmate connection for sure. And whenever I think of the Lovers, I think of a connection that is like just spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically in alignment, where you guys will just have that click. Do you get what I mean? And I'm almost getting like a very Bonnie and Clyde type of vibe from this card. Like, I feel like you and this person are going to be like this, like just thick as thieves, like ride or die, like in the best way possible. I feel like you guys are going to be having a lot of fun together. That's just like, I have a smile on my face looking at this card, and I can just feel the energy, just feel so happy and so positive here. Now for you guys, you're represented here by the Two of Cups. So I'm seeing you as being a person that is like, whenever you connect with this person, I feel like you guys are going to be very much in harmony. I feel like you guys are going to be very much in union with self. And I feel like you guys are going to be really willing to just kind of meet this person where they are. You know what I mean? Like, Two of Cups is very that. It's about like recognizing where someone else is from an emotional perspective in relation to you and just joining them where they are versus trying to force something to move faster than it's ready to move. Do you get what I mean? So I definitely see you kind of like being that person to really kind of, I keep saying meet them where they are, but like, I feel like you're the person that just kind of like lets them lead and then you kind of follow. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like, I do feel, if you're a feminine watching this, I definitely feel like you're letting the masculine kind of take the initiative and then you're just joining him in where he's ready. You know what I mean? And it could be vice versa as well. If you're a masculine and you're reading this for a feminine or whatever the case, whatever your situation is, it can resonate. Now, your person is here represented by the Empress. So this tells me that your person is someone that's going to be, or your soulmate is someone who is very, very nurturing. Almost like I'm getting the vibe that this person is going to be like a caretaker of the home for some of you, because we have this traditional sort of like housewife depiction here. So whether they're masculine or feminine or however they would identify, I do see this person as maybe they like to cook. Maybe they like to do things to kind of like take care of the home. I'm almost feeling like there could be like a deviation from traditional gender roles here as well. So like, I mean, we'll see kind of, because we're going to get more information here, but I could definitely see that this person might be a person that like, if they're a masculine, maybe they stay at home and like take care of the home and do a lot of that caretaking. And maybe the feminine is working in this connection, going out into the world. Doesn't necessarily have to be that. That's just something I'm picking up on. But with this Empress, I do feel this person is going to be very nurturing and caring and just relaxed. But I also feel like they're going to be responsible and take care of the connection in a very positive way, a very maternal way. And even I'm picking up on a little bit of creativity here as well, because there's so many ingredients here. It's like, I feel like your person is really good at coming up with like new ideas too. So let's see what else comes through. So next we're going to be looking at how this connection will come together over time. So we have the Three of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. This deck just cracks me up. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have Justice. So, okay, you guys, this is interesting. Like, what I'm really picking up on, do you guys notice how there is a child in every single one of these cards? I definitely am getting the impression that you will have children with this person, or perhaps when the two of you guys meet, maybe you both already have kids, or one of you already has kids from like a previous relationship or something like that for a few of you. But children are literally depicted in every single card. So I definitely feel like you guys like will have children with this person for sure. That's like a big part of your relationship is what I'm seeing here. So Three of Cups is kind of telling me like, you know, this is like party vibes. I could see this being like you guys meet this person at a party, or you meet this person when you're kind of out just like having a good time, enjoying yourself at some sort of a gathering, some sort of a function. Maybe this is also someone that you're meeting through friends, because Three of Cups also talks about friendships too. I don't know why you would meet this person at a baby shower, but this card always gives me baby shower vibes for some reason, because you've got the traditional sort of gender colors, right? Like the pink and blue and then the baby. That's just a vibe I'm getting. Doesn't necessarily have to be that though. But then we also have the Six of Pentacles here. So the Six of Pentacles kind of talks about like, you know, looking for reciprocation and like an equal exchange of give and take in a relationship, and generosity as well. So I do feel like maybe this connection could start off in a space where like, you know, you guys are kind of striving for that balance a little bit. Like it might take it a little bit of time for it to really build into something that's totally unified, where both parties kind of feel like they're getting exactly what they need. And that's totally fine. That's okay. Like great things don't always happen overnight. And we do have a lot of pentacles here with how the connection is going to go and how it's going to move forward. So this definitely tells me that this connection will be like a slow and steady build. It's not going to just be like really passionate and just snap and happen overnight. We also have the Queen of Pentacles here. And what's really interesting about this, do you guys remember what I was saying about like traditional gender roles being a thing here? This almost makes me feel like the woman is like the working one and the man is like here taking care of the kid and the dog. Like the woman is like the really like a bigger focal point here. So I do think that whoever is the feminine in this connection is like running the show a little bit, is really how it feels. Just from looking at some of these cards, because there is more prominent feminine energy in some of these over here. But, you know, Queen of Pentacles also just talks about, you know, being rooted and grounded and taking care of responsibility. So I definitely see this connection becoming much more rooted and grounded over time, of course. And with Justice energy, even though this is a really funny depiction of it with she's like spanking this kid, I do see that the Justice can also be about like getting married, signing a contract, quote unquote. So there is something here about like legalities in this connection too. But yeah, like kids are coming through really, really strong. So you guys are gonna have to like let me know what you think about that. I'm really curious. So the next few cards are gonna kind of dig into their personality. So your soulmate's personality. So for this, we have the King of Pentacles and we also have Temperance. So one other thing I want to say about Justice to you guys is this could also just mean that this is a connection that you guys are going to learn some really valuable lessons from too. Karmic lessons. I hate saying it like that because I know that we sometimes have a negative connotation with that, but I do think that this person will challenge you in ways, the connection will challenge you in ways that will help to make you better, if that makes sense. So anyway, getting back to your person. So we have the King of Pentacles and then the Temperance card. So I'm definitely getting very laid back energy from this person. It's kind of interesting that you guys have the Queen and the King. So I do think there is a compatibility there for sure. But again, like overwhelmingly, I'm seeing the Queen as being like the more like working and getting out there and getting things done. And the King of Pentacles is just chilling. And that makes sense too, because your person was like represented here by the Empress initially as well, which is more of like that laid back, more feminine energy. Not that they're feminine, but that you guys get what I mean, hopefully, when I say that. So yeah, he is going to be somebody, or they are going to be somebody who's very stable, grounded, mature, certainly someone that you can rely and depend on, who will take care of responsibilities, but very laid back. I think this person might actually like just kind of chilling around the house or working from home. He's definitely going to be someone, or they're definitely going to be someone that's about their money and things like that. Someone you guys can really rely on, someone that's loyal for sure. But I think they like to relax, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm definitely getting that here with Temperance. So I definitely can see that your person is someone who is very patient as well. When I think of Temperance, I think of patience. I think of things happening in divine timing. Your person is not someone that likes to rush into things. I think they really like to take their time to weigh their options with Justice, make sure that they have, you know, everything kind of sorted out before they move together. And Temperance is also like that relaxation card too for me. So yeah, I definitely think your person, they're bringing in a lot of chill vibes. So we have the Avenger and we have the Mentor. This is funny because the Avenger talks about desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. And you guys did have the Justice card up here too for this connection. So I definitely think that your person is somebody who probably really likes to advocate for what's right. They're the type of person that is going to be an upstanding person, and they're going to do what's right, not only for you and for the connection, but just in general in their life. I do feel like they're someone that likes to help others and make sure that they're advocating for that underdog and that person that deserves justice in any situation. We also have the Mentor energy. So I can see your person as being very wise. Somebody who likes to maybe take people under their wing. You know, that King of Pentacles is that very nurturing, kind of like fatherly sort of energy too. So I could definitely see this person kind of like taking someone under their wing and helping them grow, whether this has to do with children you guys would have together, or whether it has to do with, you know, their career and them having mentorship at work. They really thrive on helping others develop in their character and develop on their journey. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the strength in this relationship. So we have be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. I love this, you guys, because you guys have so many pentacles. So I definitely can see that a huge strength that the two of you will share in this connection is that ability to be supportive of one another. I think you guys will be able to really ground one another very well. We have, like I said, so many pentacles. You're able to meet one another where you are, hold one another up when the other is down. And I think both of you will feel very secure in this connection and knowing that, like, okay, we got this. Weakness in this connection, or maybe an area of challenge, we have speak the language of love. This says loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. That's beautiful. So there could be a tendency here between you and your person to maybe, I'm not really seeing anything like abrasive in terms of communication, but I'm really not seeing any of the communication cards at all here, to be honest. You guys have a lot of pentacles in this connection and some cups, some major arcana. So I do kind of see that maybe a challenge for the two of you could be this idea of like communication in a more heartfelt way. Okay, so not that you guys don't know how to communicate with this person, but it might just be a challenge to just simply say like deep, meaningful, like those deep, meaningful conversations where you're getting like really, really vulnerable with one another. You know what I mean? That could be something that is a little bit of a challenge in this connection, or maybe just something that doesn't come like as naturally to it. But there's definitely something here around like loving communication that's going to pose a little bit of a challenge in this connection. And that's okay, guys, because remember, like, no relationship is perfect. So there's always going to be pros and cons. So this last card here, this represents the overall lesson to be learned from this relationship. And we have the Union of Hearts. This says a love connection defies explanation, which is so beautiful. Yeah, I just think this person, you're going to learn in this connection, just like, I think, especially if you guys are really able to overcome this challenge well, about like really getting to the heart of the matter and really digging deeper with one another and, you know, speaking how you're feeling inside. I think that you will see that this person is like really, really your person. It's going to feel so in alignment with you, so in sync with you that it's like, you can't even like express what it means. That's how deep it is, which is beautiful. So the final card I'm going to leave you with, pile 2. This says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. So I think that this kind of goes back to what I was saying at the very beginning of your reading, pile 2, sorry. I do think that this is just a message around like remembering to meet the other person where they are. And I definitely can see that in you, especially here whenever this person comes into your life. I feel like you guys are very much in this mindset of like, I can't force anyone to do anything I don't want them to do. Like, you know, whatever this person, wherever they're at, I have to kind of just go with the flow, right? I can't control the situation. And that could be something that you guys are challenged with in this connection as well. Like with that more kind of like out there feminine energy that's like wanting to kind of be in charge is kind of what I was picking up on. That could be something that you guys learn in this connection too, is just like how to just be a little bit more in flow with what's going on versus trying to be so planned with everything in the connection. But you know, overall, I definitely see this as being a really, really beautiful, really positive connection, pile 2. And I definitely think that this person like is like your person. So I'm very excited for you. Please leave me some comments down below. Let me know if you think you might know who this person is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hey there, pile number 3. So if you guys chose the rose quartz heart, we're going to go ahead and see who this ultimate soulmate of yours is. And like I was saying at the beginning, you guys, when we're saying ultimate soulmate, this really is just like about who's heading your way, kind of like what is the next soulmate you're attracting in. This does not necessarily mean that you guys are going to like marry this person or be with them forever. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. So the first few cards that we're going to pull, you guys, represent you, your person, and the connection. So this is interesting. So I definitely can see you guys, whenever you meet this person, I do feel like you guys are going to be like going through some sort of an awakening process within yourself. This can be like a spiritual awakening. In fact, that's really what I'm seeing it as. You guys are going through like this period where like you are ascending in life. You are ascending and waking up to your higher calling, to your higher purpose. I feel like you guys may not even really be looking for a relationship when this person presents themselves to you, because you're more focused. Like if you look at the direction of this woman, she is facing away from the person and the relationship and all this stuff. It's like, so I feel like you guys are like almost not even thinking about a relationship, and you're more focused on yourselves, to be honest with you, which is kind of interesting. For some of you guys, I'm almost kind of getting a vibe, maybe for some of you guys that are watching this, this could almost be referring to a person from your past that has taught you a really valuable lesson. And we're going to get more details here in a second, but I am getting an impression that for some of you guys, this soulmate that this is picking up on for you is more having to do with a relationship from your past that you have turned your back on or have moved away from, or that caused an awakening within you. And so it's almost propelled you into this ascension. Now, your person is over here represented by the 10 of Pentacles. So if this is somebody that you guys have not met yet, I am seeing this as a person who is very family oriented, who's going to be very much focused on the future, focused on their stability. They may have a lot of money. They may currently already be in a relationship. Just going to keep it real, because I do see they're here with a feminine in this picture, or if you guys, it can be vice versa, whatever. However it resonates with you. But I'm definitely getting the vibe that this person is someone who's going to be very much about family and legacy and building toward a future. Now, the relationship itself is represented here by the 7 of Swords. So this is also what's making me feel like your person may already be in a connection, or maybe because we do have a 10 here, they could just be getting ready to like close out a connection with someone. Maybe they are going through a divorce or breakup or something like that. And this is why we have the 7 of Swords energy here, because I feel like you guys may come together in a way that's like secretive, and that doesn't necessarily have to mean anything bad. You know, a lot of people date and stuff like that when they're getting divorced and they're going through that process and stuff like that. That's like totally normal. So don't take it as like the worst omen ever. There's a lot of people watching this reading as well, you guys. So it could even be that for some of you guys, maybe you do meet this person and there is some sort of deception going on here. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Again, I'm just throwing out a few different scenarios that could be at play. But again, I almost feel like you guys aren't even like noticing it. You know what I mean? Like, I think for some of you, this could even be like a person, like, it's almost like you don't even notice that this person may have their eye on you, because you're more focused on yourself, which is very interesting. So interesting. Now, the other thing too I'm picking up on is that, like, if that message of this being a past person resonated with you guys, I'm definitely seeing this as like maybe a relationship that maybe there was some like cheating on your partner's part or something like that. And this is why you guys are moving forward, or you moved away from it. So let's just kind of see what else comes through here. Pile 3. So we have the 8 of Swords. We have the Fool. We have the Sun and the 8 of Cups. So this is really talking about how this connection is going to like progress on, okay? How it's going to come together here. So what I'm seeing, pile 3, is that I do feel like when you and this person initially come together, there's going to be this period of time where things just kind of feel very like kind of relaxed and laid back, not really getting super committed vibes at the beginning here. We do have the energy of the Fool, and this is very much about like a youthful, carefree, just starting off on this journey, not wanting anything like super serious. It's more about just kind of having fun and go with the flow and kind of enjoying one another. And I do feel like there is something with this 8 of Swords that's kind of holding one or the both of you back from really being able to fully kind of commit to this as we begin this journey of this connection. The 8 of Swords kind of just talks about being trapped, being kind of stuck in a situation or feeling like we're more stuck in a situation than we actually are. But it's like our mental blocks kind of getting in the way from us being able to really move forward into something different for ourselves. So I do see a little bit of that energy here at the beginning of this connection of like this awkwardness or just like being unable to, or maybe even unwilling to kind of like branch out of our comfort zone a little bit here. But it's all has to do with just like fears and anxieties and things like that, or could even just be situations, right? Like remember we had a family situation up here with your person. So this is definitely a family oriented depiction that I'm seeing here. We have a sick child and a mom that's taking care of the child. So there could just be like a third party situation outside of this connection that is kind of like taking up the attention of one of the parties involved or both. Now, what's beautiful here is that we move into this energy of the sun. So I love this, you guys, because this tells me that you are going to have a lot of beautiful, fun, joyous, happy times with this person. I do see this, carefree, fun energy kind of like grounding itself a little bit. And I think that you will find a lot of moments of enjoyment with this person and with this connection. Lots of fun in the sun, maybe for some of you, literally. And then we round out here with this 8 of Cups. So I am kind of seeing a departure here. And intuitively what I'm getting for you, pile 3, is that I don't know that this person is going to be like a permanent person in your life. And that's totally normal. That's totally fine. We have a lot of soulmates in our lives, and soulmates come to teach us a lesson, right? Like I was saying in the intro, if you guys heard that. They come into our lives to teach us a valuable lesson about ourselves so that we can ascend and so that we can really elevate ourselves and grow and learn more about what we need to do for ourselves. Okay, so I'm definitely getting the impression here that this person and you may go your separate ways, or at least temporarily take a break from time to time here, because there's something here from an emotional perspective that's not really aligning. Okay. So let's kind of see what else comes through. Next, I want to get some qualities and characteristics of your person. Ooh, so lots of very fiery energy here. So we have the King of Wands, the 2 of Wands. So the Wands represent the fire signs: Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Very confident masculine here. I will say that the King of Wands is very loyal. He is very... This is a person who's very much likes to be in charge, likes to be in control. They are somebody who is passionate and they will take care of you, but they definitely expect their partner to be somebody that is also kind of self-sufficient. You know what I mean? This is not someone that's going to coddle someone, you know what I mean? Like they'll take care of you in a sense that they'll be loyal to you and they'll do anything. They can be very generous, right? But they want somebody who is like, they're not with the damsel in distress type of vibes is what I'm trying to say here. Now, on the dark side here of the King of Wands, this can also be someone that has a little bit of an ego. So just look out for that. We're going to see, we have more cards here to see. But with the 2 of Wands, what's really cool here is that I do see your person as being someone who's very open to exploration and open to grow. So this 8 of Cups could also have to do with travel. Maybe your person likes to travel a lot. And I can see that maybe causing some strife in the connection because maybe you don't want to travel with them or you can't travel with them all the time, right? And Sagittarian energy is that very exploration type of energy too, where they like to kind of search for new things and they like to go out and travel and explore. So I do see your person as being someone that likes to explore different options and just in life in general. But I also think that they are open to like growing something together with you. I do see them as being like a teammate with you where it's like, how can we nurture this together and grow this together? What are some different ways that we can try? So I see a lot of positives here with this person. So we have the message of the student. Ooh, and then the networker. Yeah, I love this. So this is just telling me that your person, again, they like to learn. They like to pursue knowledge and higher learning. They're exploratory. So I do think that your person is the type of person that's like always maybe like reading a book or always traveling somewhere to try to have a really cool experience. But they're very, very dedicated to learning new things and they're a very curious person. We also have the networker. So this is about your person being someone that's good at connecting, making connections with other people and really kind of like building that network of connections around them. You know what I mean? So I think your person's probably really good at kind of building relationships with other people and making sure that they have like support out there. You know what I mean? Like they just know kind of how to be savvy to get where they need to go through their connections with people. And that makes a lot of sense here with this King of Wands for sure. So our next card is going to talk about the biggest strength of this connection. So we have be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. So this is beautiful, pile 3. So I definitely think that you and this person, the strength in this connection is that you both are going to feel like you can be your true selves. And that is so beautiful to have in a relationship, you guys. So you're going to be able to feel like you can be authentic with this person. They're going to feel like they can be authentic with you. You guys will accept each other for who you are, which is beautiful, beautiful energy. And I see that as being the strength. The challenge in this connection is we have I love you. This says these are powerful words. Wow. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you guys won't love each other. It could just really mean that you and this person struggle to communicate that openly and that vulnerably with one another. And I could see that kind of making sense, especially like if your person is someone who is, you know, kind of that egoic. Not saying they are, but sometimes it can be hard to like get that vulnerable and say those words to someone. And this is really focusing on the words. These are powerful words. And, you know, the other thing too with this 7 of Swords, this can also speak to like being evasive about telling the truth of how we feel because we're afraid that we're going to get hurt. Okay, so I could definitely see that 7 of Swords as being a little bit of a blockage in this connection for you when it comes to being able to express truly how one another is feeling about each other. So just kind of keep that in mind. The lesson to be learned with this connection, physical touch. This says a tender touch can mean so much. So I definitely think that this connection is going to teach you how to be passionate with someone else. I do think that this is a person that you will be very much physically in alignment with. I think you will feel very attracted to this person. They'll be attracted to you. And maybe for some of you guys, you'll learn a little bit about like exploring a different love language outside of your own because physical touch is one of the love languages if you guys aren't familiar. So I think that this connection is definitely going to teach you a lesson around physical intimacy. And it doesn't have to mean like going all the way type of intimacy. It can just have to do with like, you know, some partners need you to hold their hand all the time or they need you to be close to them all the time. And so one or both of you in this connection are going to be really wanting that. And so this will teach you a lesson around being able to meet that need, whether it's your need or their need. So the last message that I'm going to leave you with, pile 3, we have time. It says, you're trying too hard, give it time. So that makes a lot of sense with what I'm seeing here, pile 3, especially how we rounded off here with that 8 of Cups. So I think the important thing in this connection for you is going to be to remember to like just allow things to flow, allow them to evolve in divine timing. You know, this person, if you do meet them and they're already like in a situation, I think it's going to be important for you to just kind of continue on your own personal ascension process and just let this kind of evolve on its own pace. We're trying to like force something to come together before it's ready or before one person has fully like exited a situation or whatever the case is. We're kind of setting it up for failure. You know, the best success is going to come when things are just naturally in flow. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a message to let you know whether this has to do with the connection when you're in it or whether it's just manifesting the connection now. Just be in flow. You know what I mean? Don't try to force anything. Let things happen in their own divine timing. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile 3. I hope you found it helpful. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know if you think you know who this person is. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hey there, pile number 4. So if you guys chose this little lepidolite slab of crystal, let's go ahead and find out a little bit about your ultimate soulmate. Now, like I was saying in the intro, you guys, hopefully you had a chance to listen to the whole thing. Just keep in mind that this reading is really just kind of called the ultimate soulmate because we're digging into all of these crazy details here, okay? This doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be your person for life. We'll just have to see how things play out in real life when you meet this person. This is just going to give you some insight into the connection, the lessons learned, and who this person is, okay? So Starting off here, our first 3 cards are going to symbolize you, your person, your soulmate, and the connection itself. So this is really interesting. I am definitely getting a lot of like active activity here with you and with your person. You guys are represented here by the Wheel of Fortune. So this is kind of telling me that I feel that when this relationship comes into your life, you will have gone through or are currently going through changes. You're changing, you're evolving as a person. I feel like this connection might take you a little bit by surprise as well with this Wheel of Fortune, because sometimes this talks about like the universe kind of throwing us a curveball or throwing us a stroke of good luck or something like that. So I definitely can see that you guys are going to be moving through change in your life and may even just totally not see this relationship coming. Your person is here as the King of Wands. So they're coming in presenting themselves very strong in their power, really strong fire sign masculine. Again, doesn't have to be masculine, depends on, how you identify and what you like, but your person, whoever they are, this person has the characteristics of being very strong, confident in their power, very creative, likes to take the lead. Okay, so I can definitely see that coming through for them. They could be, like I was saying, a fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries, but they're very passionate, and it's like I'm being drawn to like how they have this like kind of this spinning action of energy flowing in front of them. So I kind of feel like they're going to be the ones to really initiate this connection, or be the ones to sort of spin your wheel, if that makes sense. Now, the relationship itself is being represented here by the 8 of Boons, which is the 8 of Pentacles. So I definitely think that this is going to be a relationship where you are going to be going through almost like an apprenticeship or a learning as it pertains to love. 8 of Pentacles talks about like putting in work and putting in a lot of hard work to get things right. And kind of, it's like this very workaholic sort of energy. I'm not saying that's what this relationship is going to be, but it's very like nose to the grindstone. So I do think as it pertains to a connection here, this is going to be a connection that you guys are going to be working hard on. Maybe it's a connection that you're going to actually be working to ground in reality, which hopefully all connections would be, right? And you're learning. You're going to learn a lot. I do feel for some of you, this could be someone that you meet at work too, because 8 of Pentacles is a very like work card. So you may just like by chance meet this person at work, not expecting it. So now we're going to go into the kind of like how this connection is going to play out, how it's going to come together. So we start off with the 9 of Swords. We then have the 6 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and then the 10 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. So I definitely can see a little bit of anxiety around this connection as it first starts. And it could be like if you guys do meet this person at work, or if you meet this person when you're not expecting it and they just kind of throw this curveball at you. There's a little bit of anxiety around it, a little bit of overthinking, and I'm almost seeing a little bit of like wanting to hide, which is kind of interesting. That 9, you can see like how he's kind of just hiding in this little nook here. So there is a little bit of that overthinking, maybe a little bit of fear around this for whatever reason. But as time goes on, I do see a lot of like fun and celebration, and I feel like a lot of eyes on this connection in a weird way. So again, I don't know if you're meeting this person at work, or maybe like one or both of you is like a public figure or something like that. Maybe somebody here is on social media or has a really big following. I don't know. But it does feel as though there's going to be a lot of eyes on this connection. And people are going to really be admiring it in a way. And I do see that as maybe causing a little bit of conflict here with this 5 of Wands, because the 5 of Wands definitely talks about like conflict and competition even. So this could even be that like somebody in the connection gets a lot of attention and it causes a little bit of conflict. But what's really kind of drawing my eye here is how this person is like basically knocking everyone off their feet, So it's almost like whatever attention is coming toward this connection that's trying to like intrude or cause conflict, it's like I feel like you guys are going to be really good at like promoting boundaries, if that makes sense. You guys could also have like this little kind of bickering thing between the two of you as well, because there is a lot of passionate fiery energy that I'm seeing here with the Six of Wands and the Five of Wands. So maybe the two of you also have this connection where you can just like kind of banter back and forth, bicker back and forth. That might be a thing. There could be a lot of passionate fights and things like that. Maybe for some of you. But ultimately we end up here with the Ten of Pentacles, which I see as being really beautiful because this is almost like the ultimate happy pentacle ending, if that makes sense. So this is about like really building a legacy with someone. This is about like grounding this in the real life. This is about like getting married, family, kids, but also like being that ride or die. So it's interesting because you guys have this Eight of Pentacles. I do wonder if you guys might work with this person or partner with this person or something like that, because this is about like building a legacy together. This is more than just having a romantic union and getting married and having kids and all of that fairy tale kind of stuff. This is also about like, I'm building a legacy. Like we're building an empire together so that we can leave this behind for our kids and for our children's children and their children, that type of energy. So let's go ahead and see your person's characteristics. Let's learn a little bit about them. So we have the Seeker of Challenges, which is the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Weaver of Spells, which is the Queen of Wands. So lots of fiery energy here, you guys. Your person might really be a fire sign. Leo, Sag, Aries, or maybe you guys are. We also do have some air sign energy here too. So this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So take what resonates there. But this is telling me that the Knight of Swords, this is all about like rushing in and taking care of stuff, being very confident about it too. Your person does come across very confident, you know, because we have the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, Six of Wands is a very confident energy as well. So they're very confident. I think they're good with their words. They may come across a little impulsive at times. You know, Knight of Swords can be that way. But when it comes to communication, they can be good, but they can also be blunt. Maybe they come across in ways that don't always feel as nice. That would make sense, is why we have a lot of that conflict, that Five of Wands energy there. But we also have the Queen of Wands here. So this again just is someone that's radiating confidence, and I think your person's probably very creative and very magnetic as well. I do feel like they would draw a lot of attention or be really good at being around people. So we have the Bully, interesting. And we have the Beggar. And then we have the Child Divine for your archetype card. So yeah, I definitely think your person with this bully energy, this does not mean they're a bully, so please don't take it super literally, but I definitely think that this person is someone who is, they can be kind of like blunt with their words, like I was saying. I also kind of get the vibe that they're really good at like just telling people what they need, and almost like they have this way of just like getting what they need out of people through communication, even if the other person doesn't feel like they really want to do it, if that makes sense. So that can be good or bad depending on how you look at it. But I'm getting this as more of like in a business setting that they could be this way. We also have the Beggar. So this talks about, this is interesting. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And this also talks about dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. That's interesting. So there could be a part of your person, and we all have light and shadow. You know what I mean, you guys? So no person's going to be perfect, right? So I definitely think your person might have this tendency to like just kind of depend, like maybe be overly dependent on you or overly dependent on getting attention from you. I can definitely see that attention is a thing with them because we have so many wands, like the King, the Queen, the Six of Wands. All these are about like getting attention in some way or attracting attention. So I do kind of get the vibe that they like that attention from you. It could just be something within themselves that they're healing here. But we also have the Child Divine. This talks about innocence, purity, redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine. So I definitely think your person, perhaps when you meet them, they're just working through some inner child stuff, or perhaps they're just a little bit immature in relationships, and that's totally fine because we're all growing and evolving at our own paces. You know what I mean? So take it how it resonates with you, but that's kind of what I'm seeing for their personality. They definitely come across as someone that's very like fun and magnetic and just really blunt with how they say. Like they say how it is, even if it hurts people's feelings. All right, so next we're going to look at the strength in this connection. So we have get to know each other, learn to meet one another's needs for love. So this is amazing, you guys. So you and this person are gonna really connect. I think that you will really master being able to get to know one another through conversation so that you guys really understand what the other person needs to feel loved and appreciated and respected. So that is beautiful energy. The challenge in this connection is have faith. It says trust your faith in this situation. So yeah, I think that's totally normal. And this is just about like trusting the process and not forcing things, right? We did have a little bit of that conflict energy there with that Five of Wands. So I think just remembering during this relationship that nobody's perfect, no relationship is perfect. Just remember like the bigger picture and the love that you have for this person, and have faith that everything is going to work out the way it should. That's what I'm seeing here as the challenge. So it could be harder for you guys to kind of keep that faith and that trust maybe during these times of conflict where it's like, oh, this person's getting on my nerves, or whatever the case is, okay? All right, and then finally we have your biggest lesson with this person, which is choose love. It says you always have choice, make yours with love. I love it. So with this person, you guys are gonna really learn, I think, not only how to communicate with love, but to make sure that any decisions that you're making within this connection are done out of love for yourself and done out of love for your person. So that is really, really beautiful. And it might be something that takes a little bit of time to learn, because remember, there was a little bit of that conflict energy there. You guys also had a little bit of this anxiety energy here as well. So I think that you will probably be challenged in this connection in a lot of ways, but I do see you coming out of it with a tremendous amount of growth. So the final message I'm going to leave you with pile 4. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. So it's another message about trust. It says transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. I love this, you guys. So as it pertains to this person and this connection, this is just going to really challenge your ability to accept your person how they are, accept the connection for what it is, and that is going to really help to let things be more in flow. You know what I mean? Because when we're trying to like force something to be something it's not ready to be yet, or force someone to be something they're not ready to be, or whatever the case is, we create that friction, and it creates even longer timing for us to get the results that we want. So you're just being really guided to trust the process when you meet this person. As you're going through this connection, there's a lot of really fun, fiery, passionate energy that I'm seeing here. It feels like you guys have a lot of potential to build a legacy with this person, but it's going to take time. So you want to be patient and just love your person for who they are, accept them for who they are, and you'll see that it will feel much more in flow. So very interesting reading, pile 4. That's all that I have for you. Definitely let me know what aspects of this resonate with you, and let me know if you know who this person is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.